Hello and welcome to Captain's Log. I am Captain Blue Rogue, and uh, Cake had the brilliant idea to me for me to you know, the national parks are the big resistance right now. So Cake has purchased national park merch, and I am going to be rocking my Muir Woods, which is the national park where the redwoods are in California. Visit that over the summer. I'll be rocking that. So, I mean, I don't think I have any Arcadia National Park specific merchandise to rock. But anyway, weekly overview. Uh, uh, uh let's start with the theme song first. Yeah, because this is Fifth World Week. Yeah. Trying to keep this short and sweet this week. Um, but you see where my focus is at. Basically, my birthday is tomorrow, February 11th. And yeah, my one of my cats passed away last night. Somewhere in between when Cake went to bed at 2:30 and when I got up at about 6:20. Um, yeah. So the weird thing is, Cupcake hasn't like acknowledged her being gone at all. Um, like I obviously this morning I got her uh bagged up and in the deep freezer, and called out work and did clean up. Uh, but yeah, um, oh, because it's been cold here because it's the middle of February now. We weren't sure if we'd be able to actually find a spot to bury her. So we called the vet and found out the options, and uh, the options were not affordable. Um, but I in the morning I did cut some fur, put in an envelope, and I do. Cake was able to go to the vet and for a much more reasonable price get clay paw print kit. Um, I don't know what I did for my cats to have the personalities that they did slash do. Now is still with us despite us learning he was going to develop kidney disease before Maddie showed any signs of anything. Which my one chinchilla Joey, he is the oldest pet I own. Got him in November 2007. He was like 3 months old at that point. So, and his cage mate Bunny, her brother Dusty passed a year and a half ago. So like this is the second pet death that we've had in Cupcake's life in this house. At Grandma's house, one of her cats passed a few months ago, and that cat spent a lot of time in a specific room in Grandma's house. So like he would look up and be like, "Where's the kitty?" So I wasn't sure how Cupcake was going to react with Maddie suddenly gone. And like we had puppy pads on the couch, and an extra litter box with puppy pads in them. Which the puppy pads were a huge success, great investment. But yeah, and both of us told her how much we loved her before we went to bed last night. I did, and then Cake did, and I mean on the bed where she was, I mean she's already stiff, but on the bed where she was, it was still just a little bit warm, and that is, and the when I got up, the place now to likes to sleep is on the back of this chair. So at least her brother was here with her. But Cake brought her over in a pet bed. Cake carried her over, and we got her in a pet bed on stream last night. Happened on stream. She sit down right down there. And yeah, my week was like I had a dental visit and a dental cleaning. I'm supposed to have work done this week, and they still haven't called me to give me an idea of which teeth we're prioritizing. So we'll see if they call me. But like I still have victim compensation stuff. I made progress with that. It's like last week I got stuff done. But at the same time, like the beginning last week, the whole couch was essentially pulled apart because she had just beat on so much of it, and it was at that point that we're just gonna deal with this and make her as comfortable as possible. Like we saw her having more and more difficulty getting up on the couch. yeah. And so she crossed that rainbow bridge, and she it, she's put on one pet bed, and it looked like she didn't have the strength to keep herself up on that, and so swapped that for another one on stream. And yeah, Cake said that she tucked her tail in before she went to bed, and then when I came, she must have moved enough to drink some water or something. Because she only her top half was on the bed when I found her, and yeah, and we gave her the best life we could. Like, yeah, no pet is perfect, but she was a lap cat. She was such a sweetheart. Everyone who met her just melted, even the people who were allergic. Um, the only drawback was she's always had issues peeing on things, which, you know, cats do. Uh, and her brother is, I mean, he's got a lot of food to get through now. But we could slow down on the food for him because he's been between the kidney disease and lymphoma. Maddie was not not eating a lot. Um, we kept her going for as long as we could and made her as comfortable as possible. But we've known she's been on the decline, and as no, we didn't have money for an emergency vet, and was my birthday. I wasn't going to be able to like I don't usually I don't trust fundraisers for like Facebook and Meta. Oh, birthday fundraiser. We'll raise money for this cause. It's like, how much of that money are they actually getting? I don't believe it for a second. So I was just like, hey, and this was yesterday morning, Sunday morning. I knew she wasn't good. I knew there was a possible 24-hour time frame. Part of me wanted her to make it more days. Part of me just didn't want her to pass on my birthday. That would have been devastating. So anyway, yeah, my week was slowly watching one of my animals wither away. And then after snow, having to call out on a busy day, because I had to clear the pathways around the house and find a place to bury, which I found a place and I have a big enough hole that I can just that we live on the East Coast on a mountain, so lots of rocks. So luckily they weren't huge rocks, but medium-sized chonkers. So like when you pull those out, like yeah, it's a heck of a lot of room you're making. So there should be enough to put a divider stone in the middle and put Maddie on one side and bury her and put big stones on the other side. And then when Naruto passes, there's already a space for him next to his sister. It's the forethought you don't want to have, but when you do have it, it's like I'm out here doing it right now. Like I might as well ensure that I'm, especially when it happens, that I don't accidentally disturb her remains. Like that's one way to do that. Plus, it's in a location right on the other side of this ship wall. Let's see. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. Watching, playing, and doing. What have I been watching? Some Gintama. Not a heck of a lot much else. Like, oh, there's a new episode of Detective Conan. The new chapter of One Piece was just insane. Yasan, man, was not. I mean, following so many One Piece uh, news, like YouTubers and whatnot, like I lots of theories pointing in one direction, but and yeah, it was good. Um, yeah, green screen ruins certain things. Okay, well the green screen doesn't. The filter does. Playing obviously Sundays of Arcadia. Did that and did it again last night. Which last night I blew this. So there's eight special rankings in the Legends version, and to get Legend you need 100% of the treasure chest, which is a pain. And I found one treasure chest that I've missed quite a few playthroughs. Is one that becomes unavailable. Which doesn't matter in the Dreamcast version. I'm on the GameCube version. You have to do it. So this playthrough, I have, in order, I'm getting every single swashbuckler rating, which I've never done before. My brother Silva, who got me into the game, he's never done it before. Yeah, I need to record my Skies of Arcadia video and get my PT Quest findings out in the world soon. And then I was stream on Thursday was Batman Arkham Asylum and Duke Nukem Forever, but I enjoyed Batman Arkham Asylum so much that I didn't even touch Duke Nukem. I couldn't put Arkham Asylum down, and it's like, man, this This game clearly deserved to win what was it, 2009 Game of the Year. Like, a very, very good game. I may have been eyeing up the Switch Arkham City or Arkham Trilogy or Remaster Trilogy, whatever. Uh, it's a distinct possibility. Um, yeah. So, what have I been doing other than that? Same thing I've been doing. Surviving. Getting like getting home from work, playing Final Fantasy a little bit, just getting through some of the daily grind. I've only got like, yeah, Cupcake, I'm busy right now. I know you are. Knocking on the door. No, you can't come in right now, dude. Um, yeah. Obviously today I was busy digging. Work, come home, spend time with Cupcake. Um, Knock out some Final Fantasy stuff. It's like 21 levels left until tomorrow. I think after I run out of leveling roulette tonight. Yeah, 21. I'm getting there. It's just the ranged physical DPS classes. I gotta get them. They're all between 71 and 74. I need to get them up to 80. And I finally have my armor amount. And it's like, man, once I do that, then it's like Allied Society quests for 80 and 90 are just like autopilot. Like I won't have to put any, and especially with the Moogle treasure trove coming up, since patch 7.2 is coming out in about a month and a half. So in like 2 weeks they're gonna do the Moogle treasure trove, and then I will need to be running Praetorium for rewards. Yes, and I'll be getting quite a. I'm going to be getting quite a few of the Manderville weapons as a result. Holy crap. Basically, I'll be getting one for every job I have at 90. Because I've already got well, I have to do the last one on Samurai, but Paladin was already done. Did that one, it was current content. But yeah, I got the Samurai base one, and it's like, yeah, I'm just start working my way through them. It's a tombstone grind, but like I'm gonna get the tombstones just by doing the Moogle tombstone event. Yeah, so double up. I'll start the PvPing again too. We're going to skip Politipop Theater and go straight to why I love it. My cat Maddie. Um, the thing is, she was never super comfortable around Cupcake, but like now that he's nearly 3, he's enough of a small human that she was comfortable around him generally, like, and we taught him from birth with animals as gentle pets. Gotta be gentle, no hitting. Um, yeah, just because you don't want an animal to hit you. Like he's had now to swat at him at least once, and it's just the speed that the cat moves is enough to sort of throw him off guard. Um, my cats pose absolutely zero threat. Sweethearts. No, Maddie was a lab cat. And her full name, and full name technically in my head, uh, even though I never really called her that. Though Cake would call her the full name, Maddie Madison Lady Pants, and then her last name. Um, insert last name there. But yeah. Naota's name is from the protagonist of FLCL, an anime that I found on Adult Swim as a young adult, growing into an actual adult. One of the first anime I bought on DVD at my very first anime convention. But Madison was a name that I had heard and stuck with me in the back of my head. Because when you're a kid, especially with when you're the oldest of several, Saturdays and Sundays were kids WB in the Fox box, like cartoons. So I caught Card Captor Sakura. Like I wouldn't. That's not where my love for anime began or anything. It was just something that was on, and there was fights and shiny things happening and whatnot. Uh, you know, Pokemon was coming up next or whatever. But her friend Madison, I shortened it to Maddie. Um, but yeah, um, I told Cupcake, I told you yesterday. Well, in my Facebook post, I said that we'd be watching Bluey episodes like Copycat and Dragon to sort of familiarize Cupcake with the concept of an animal dying or anything dying and passing on. And of course, then one of the episodes we watched after he woke up from his nap was Dragon. And I promised Manny that she could cuddle on the couch with us when we watched Bluey, and so there we are watching Dragon, and Manny's next to me, and Chili's horse, the representation of her mother, um, she the horse grows wings and flies away, and I turned to a cupcake, and I said to you, you know, Maddie's going to be like that horse soon. She's going to leave us and fly away. Cupcake. Yeah. He turns to me and he goes, Maddie becomes horse. So, yeah, it is. It's surreal. And, like, when I got the cats from my cousin, uh, his cat had kittens. And I had a chinchilla and interested in more pets. I was supposed to have pets. That was in my first apartment. And probably my landlord didn't even care. So I went to see the kittens, and there are two white ones and two calicos, and I picked out well, he picked me. But they weren't ready to go yet, and so I came back when they were, and I had sort of thought about it. I'm like, I can't one, and I'm gonna be living alone, have my own apartment, and there's plenty of space for the cats. But obviously, I knew that I wouldn't be home for 8 hours of the day, and I'd also be sleeping, and I'd never really let the cats sleep in the bedroom. And Cake is allergic, so we don't let them in the bedroom anyway. Never have. So, went back, and Maddie was loving on me. She has a little orange spot on her on the top of her head, and I took her now to home. It was July 2008, and had him fixed. A great human being. I mean, nobody's perfect, but I did have the cats declawed, which she definitely developed arthritis, but I think, and we think, oh, that was more because she was always a heavier cat. And if once she lost the weight and stopped clicking, I was like, oh, that's good. Hopefully that helps. But then she lost too much weight. Yeah. But yeah, she had a good life, and she would just grow up and Is she really cake? I hang out in the office. I'm a computer person. Cake uses the couch far more than I do. So Cake has definitely spent a lot of time on the couch with Maddie. So I don't know when Cupcake's gonna ask, but the hole is dug. It's out there. I'm probably going to play Rainbow from Bluey soundtrack. After we say a few words, tomorrow's my birthday, so I'm not gonna. Pancake's working, so that's not gonna happen tomorrow. But Wednesday after I get home from work is probably when we're going to have our little service, which gives me time to recover for stream on Thursday, which American McGee's Alice Madness returns. Okay, let's go move on to weekly goals because I've talked about how much I love my cat for most of this stream, and she will be sorely missed. Sorely missed. Anyway, obviously today's Monday, so this is not exactly a comprehensive not exactly a comprehensive thingamadoohickey. Where is my, there it is. Okay, cool, good enough. Let's knock off these new ones. Okay. Sunday, yes, Monday, not yet. Oh, and I had a wedding in Final Fantasy yesterday, so that was another thing that I focus on. And Cake won the Deus of Darkness mount. Well, from a raffle that she was not at. She was driving home from work. So I'm kind of jealous, upset a little bit. I've played the game for so much longer and just don't have the time to dedicate to a static. So anyway, let's move on to the live performance portion. Live performance will be brought to you by the chinchillas bouncing about the cage behind me. Ah, yes, listen to them bounce. Now, I'm not just playing, also going to be. Well, I need to make sure this is tuned right first. Why are you saying that's a B? There you go. Okay, so because I'm so out of practice, what I'm going to do is something that I've not needed to do in a long time. That is mark my fingerings. I feel terrible for needing to do this, but if I'm going to practice and not actually get that muscle memory of where the notes are back, it's gotta be done. Actually, I've got more than I need. So Ah. Man, it's been so long since I put tape on fingerboard. I forgot how it's like a threading, it's like threading a needle. That I usually use masking tape and not painter's tape. Okay, so I'm gonna knock the whole instrument out of tune as I hit it with a tuner. The irony. Okay. Boom. Okay. So okay. So I'm almost done with this. I'm very sorry that this is the content that I'm producing, but you know, break things down and break big tasks into little tasks. I was not going to feel comfortable practicing or performing until I was confident where my fingers needed to be for notes. So, this is me taking that first step toward picking the instrument back up. Jeez, I'm not gonna get this on the first try. It's more notes than I've ever taped onto a cello, but that does tell me where the high note for the Skies of Arcadia track Legend is. Oh yeah. So the performance I was actually planning today is Rainbow. Let's see if I can get far enough back to pull this up and actually read it. Yeah. So this is the trick. Do I have enough room to actually do this? Ugh. please note that I have practiced that maybe once a week ago. Like, obviously, and that is how much knowing where the finger placements are at is helpful. I'm I'm gonna work on this song a little bit more every week, until I have it perfect. Which means very, 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 or really, 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 really good. Um, not 100%, but I'm this is my main instrument. This was, and I'm out of practice, and Rainbow is the irony of me picking this song and my cat crossing the Rainbow Bridge. I'm. It's funny. I turn on Pandora and I'm like, man, whenever I'm in a bad mood, MCR usually helps. Of course, the first song that comes on MCR radio is "I'm Not Okay." Duh. Um. But yeah, that's all I have today. Thank you so much to anyone who watched now or in the future. Cupcake. I hope you continue enjoying music as much as you have so far. And yeah, I'll be better once we have the service and she is laid to rest. I will be better. Yeah. Anyway, that's all I have for this week. Obviously, next week I'm going to continue working on Rainbow, and I'm going to endeavor to practice it this week and maybe actually write out the full cello part, or yeah, and write a cello arrangement in memory of my cat Manny. I don't know why there's not just a cello adaptation yet, but let's see what I can do. Anyway, Cupcake, I love you, and I'm so glad that Maddie got to know you for almost 3 years of her life. Well, she cuddled up to Cake while you were still in the womb, so she loved you even before you were born. Okay. I'm ending before I cry on my show again. Have a great week, everyone, and resist. Like it's I didn't do political theater, but it's terrible what's going on in the country right now, and yeah, this was a more personal show, yeah, especially actually doing a project to help me not shy away from practicing this. That's been a big hurdle. Step one was getting it in tune last week. Now I've got notes on it. Anyway, have a good week and bye.